So how do you know if treatment is working? When it comes to mental health, we often have to change our definition of what "it works" means. Each person is on their own journey and their own timeline with recovery. When I have a headache, I take some ibuprofen, wait a little bit, and the headache goes away for the most part. I would say that it worked. If the headache doesn't go away, I would say it didn't work. And my brain goes into problem-solving mode. What else can I do? Do I need to drink a bunch of water? Go into a dark room, close my eyes? We've carried this mindset over to treating OCD and anxiety. I often hear individuals say that treatment just does not work for them. But when I dive into their experience, I realized the way they've been thinking about recovery is completely skewed. But Nate, I did an exposure and I still have intrusive thoughts. I still have anxiety. I still have fears. Looking at this with an outside perspective, we might say that treatment just did not work for you. Here's another perspective. What are you currently doing in your life that you were not able to do previously? Well, I'm playing with my kids now. I'm driving a car. I can watch a full movie without having to stand up and go check the door. I'm not questioning my relationship anymore. I'm not washing my hands as often. Wait a second, is it possible for someone to continue having intrusive thoughts and anxiety and still be in recovery? Yes, totally. It's not an all or nothing process, and if we spend our time in this black and white, we are often going to be discouraged. But here's the tricky part. Whenever we see these posts online and someone's like, recovery doesn't mean you fully have all the symptoms gone. For some people, it could mean that. They're like, I'm not following this person anymore because this coach over here says you can get full recovery. Cool. You can. You can't full recovery if you think about it in the right way. A lot of people hear full recovery means, just not gonna have any symptoms ever again and it's never gonna come back and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna follow the people who can give me those full recovery. We need to have the right definition of what full recovery is, and it's going to be different for every person. So don't fall into this trap of this person says full recovery, this person says, oh no, I can only sometimes recover. I'm still gonna have intrusive thoughts. I'm still gonna have anxiety. They've gotta be wrong. This person did it. They know the magic. If somebody is doing treatment to solely remove anxiety and intrusive thoughts, then it can sometimes become obsessive. And individuals become more hyper aware of how they're just not getting better. This is the way I like to think about it. Somebody chooses to do an evidence-based treatment for OCD with the mindset that they are retraining their brain to not see a threat as a threat. They do not react to it. They get back to living life exactly how they want to live it. They choose to not do any compulsions. During this time, they may still have intrusive thoughts. They may have anxiety, may have fears, but we know that the intensity does not last forever. We see reducing anxiety and intrusive thoughts as a positive side effect of doing treatment, but not something we are focusing our time doing. This does not mean that you're always going to have scary intrusive thoughts or always have anxiety. This means there are periods of time where you could have zero, nothing. There are periods of time where you can have a little bit, you can have a lot, you can have sometimes. You can have sometimes, is that a correct statement to say? When I got rid of this headache because I took ibuprofen, I did not get into full recovery mode. I'm gonna have a headache again at some point in my life. That's just how it works. So full recovery does not mean 100% I'll never have symptoms again. What it really means is that we can change our perspective about our recovery goals. If I choose to face a fear and do exposures, I'm doing so to reclaim lost time and move forward towards my values and goals. If anxiety drops, that is so great. If not, that is okay too. There tends to be a lot of acceptance when it comes along with this. But the most important thing to remember is that I am not going to stop my life even though I have this thing happening. Even though I have these thoughts, these feelings, I'm going to keep doing exactly what I want to do. And so here's really what I want you to get out of this video. You can absolutely recover from OCD and anxiety, but you need to come up with a realistic expectation and goal for yourself. If your goal is no anxiety, no intrusive thoughts, it may simply be unattainable. However, maybe it's focusing your time on all the things you can do right now. Reducing the frequency of anxiety, reducing the frequency of intrusive thoughts. So when you catch yourself saying, nothing is gonna work for me, treatment doesn't work, really? think about what that really means. What is your definition of work? A lot of times the individual will gather this realistic mindset through a trusted therapist. If this is not an option for you, I have worksheets to help you with this, as well as 42 videos that take you through treatment step by step for your OCD. I'll link that down in the description. I know you can watch this video and say like, that was just depressing, man. But no, change your mindset. You are still you, no matter what. Whether you have intrusive thoughts, you still have anxiety, be you. Create your definition of what recovery looks like. Don't always go for 100%, I'll never have anything. You're gonna be disappointed because everybody has intrusive thoughts. Everybody has anxiety, whether they have OCD or not. I've talked to many people where symptoms are so low they barely notice them. Some people, they have no symptoms. They haven't had them for months. We see this as progress. This is great. This can be recovery. But just like working at the gym, we gotta keep working or else we lose progress. So what does your definition of recovery look like? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.